Good evening. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is 𝗧𝗢𝗘𝗘𝗖𝗓, and this is ButterDish Designs Crafty Hour, episode 67. So, hi, Emmy. So, welcome. Tonight, it's going to be fun. I had a special request for tonight's card, and I am going to make a really fun fold card. So, let's add in. There we go. This is the card that we're going to be making. I'll show you a little bit more about it here in a second. We are going to be using the Masterfully Made Suite. Yes. And you can find this suite on pages 102 and 103 of the catalog, Masterfully Made, and suite collection. And the suite has stamp set, paper, sequin embellishments, and dies. And this on to the side here. Just like that. So here we go. These are the dies, and they are pretty neat. I know it doesn't seem like much, but they pretty cool. This one makes it like a perforated paper tear here. This does a jagged edge. And then we've got a couple leaf things, and this actually reminds me of a piece of torn washi tape. So, hi, Kathy. Hi, Coney. Hi, Lisa. The gang's all here. So, all right. So, right. And then these fun sequins got right here. I actually haven't opened these yet, so let's just take these out and see what we're working with here. I personally like to cut an edge on one side of mine instead of opening the sticky so that I can easily pull them out. So we've got white, pretty peacock, and a shade of pink. So here we go. All right. So, like I said, tonight's project was requested specifically. And I'm going to be using I get confused because the dies in the bundle is called Gorgeously Made, and the suite is Masterfully Made. So there you go. Can't wait to see the magic. Thank you, Kathy. So this is a fun set of paper here because as you can see here, the actual paper looks like it's just a collage of torn paper. So, and there's a lot of that going on in this here. I'll just flip through real quick so you can see it. So see, get some really cool effects with this one here. We're probably going to use the least torn one though tonight, just so you know. But look at this one. It's got the paper, and then it's got a neat background there. There's the pack. And we've got this one back here. That's pretty back. I think that's the back of this one. Yep. This is the sheet we're going to be working with tonight, right here. A portion of it, a very small portion of it. There's that. And there's the back of that. So I cannot tell you how much I love the color palette on this one. So that's why I picked it, to have some fun with. Yeah, because that's it's a lot. So if you look at the paper, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different colors in this one package. So, all right. So let's take a look at the sample. I'm going to switch to the solo layout here. All right. So this is the card we're going to be making, and we're going to be making it in just a slightly different color palette. But this is where it gets fun, okay? So the card will open like so, then like this. So it's super easy. Don't be intimidated by it. You too can do this. And it sits beautifully. Regular tinfold there. All right. So hang on one second. I think my camera switched angles or froze. Bear with me here. Hang on. There we go. For some reason, that froze on me. So, all right, we're good. Hi, Jill. Okay. So again, we're going to be making this card here with these fun little flaps we got going on here. Only this time we're going to do the base in Pretty Peacock because it looks real good with this bottom portion of that there, and still the berry burst. Those two there. And then you'll need a little bit of basic white. And let's cut the pieces first. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Hope everyone had a good day. All right. So let's set these aside and let's cut our pieces first. We'll start with the simplest one first, and that's the basic white piece. And let's get out our trimmer here. And we are going to do a basic inside card base. And because the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, we're going for 4. Okay. And then we're going to go for 5 1/4. So I just took off 1/4 of an inch all the way around that. So that's one piece there. The next basic white piece we needs to be 3/4 of an inch by 2 1/2. So I like to cut the smaller measurements on this side and find the 1/4 of an inch there. That down. And then we're going to turn that and do it at 2 1/2 inches. Okay, so those are those two pieces there. The next thing we're going to do is cut the panel, the cardstock panel pieces, which on the sample here is the blueberry bushel, the blue cardstock there. But in this particular one, we are going to do this berry burst, okay? So we need these to be 4 inches long. And you're going to cut 2 at 1 inch. There's one. There we've got 2. Hi, Cheryl. And then we also need one for the center, which is going to be 2 3/4 by 4. So we've already got the 4. So there are those 3 pieces there. And then we do need one additional piece that is 5 1/4 by 1 inch. And I do believe I have enough on here. So I'm going to do the 1 inch first. Aren't they fun? I love these colors. And then let's turn it here, and we are going for 5 1/4. Okay, so there's that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do are the top panels of the designer series paper, and we need 2 that measure 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. So, okay, this is already cut to 3 3/4. So we're going to do 3/4 of an inch here. Now, because this is a consistent piece that I'm working from, you're going to watch me take the pattern pieces so that the pattern stays the same. So I just took the right piece, I'm going to take the middle piece, and then I'm going to take the left piece. Okay, so there's the right piece. Now the middle piece needs to be a little different. It's 2 7/8. So I am actually going to flip this around. So I can do 2 7/8. Okay. Now remember that I flipped it around. I'm going to flip this piece back. I'm sorry, guys. I think that oops, hang on. Technical difficulties here. I do not know why everything is just stopping tonight. Sorry for that. I look up and my screen is frozen. I'm sure it has to do something with the internet. I apologize. Just work with me here, and if it stops again, I am going to be doing a blog post with all the measurements on there, so don't stress about that, okay? All right. So, trying to make for sure where I was on that. Or did I already flip it? Now I've got to sit here and there we go. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And there is that. Okay, so I'm going to take this other side before I flip it around again. So again, this is 3/4 of an inch. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Put this off to the side here. Now this middle piece here needs to be trimmed down some. So we're going to trim off this bottom part here, and we are going to trim it at, I think it's 2.5. Let's just make sure here. Maybe I did the, okay. Bear with me here. I did the wrong. That's okay. We're going to keep going. 2.5. Nobody will ever know that it's not the same. Well, you all will, because I told you, but. Okay, Kathy, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your dinner. 2.5. 2 7/8. Okay. All right. So when I did that cut, I should have done this one at 2.5. That's all this is. 2.5 by 2 7/8. It all makes sense. I'm sure it's clear as mud right now, but it won't be here in a second. Okay, so there's that. let's get to the good stuff. This is the part that's important. This is your basic card base. It's cut at 5.5. And then scored at 4.25. Okay. You're not going to be able to see this down while I'm cutting, but I just want to show you there's the score line, and this is where the magic is going to happen here. Okay. So we are going to make 2 slits in here up to the score line. They're going to be 1.5 inches in from both sides. So 1.5 inches this way and 1.5 inches this way. I like to, you can actually feel it if you go really slow when you hit this, and you can watch, because this particular, you can look on your trimmer that you have. I've got this line here, and that's going to allow me to see the middle part right here where I need to stop my cutting. Okay. I am going to turn this sideways. It's going to be easier for me to see from this end. Okay, so again, 1.5 inches here. And to stop right here where my finger is. So I am going to go like this. And I'm not concerned about this side. I'm concerned about this middle part here. All right. So there's my cut. Cut number 1. Oh my goodness. This camera is just giving me fits tonight. So bear with me. At least I caught it before it went frozen in this time. So, okay, so we've got our 1 flap there, 1.5 inches there. Let's do the other side. We're going to go down to this other side here. Pull my blade down. And cut. Then as I get close to that score line, I'm going to slow way down. And there we go. So now we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So these are the pieces which I will put in the post of exactly what you need to have here. Sorry, I need to put that back. So you've got your card base and how it's cut. And you'll have this piece. I think I cut that one wrong too. Ay, ay, ay. All right, we'll fix that. So these pieces are going to go like this. Was I like way off here? Bear with me a second, because, hi, Veronica. Yeah, I was like half asleep when I measured this. Or I was using a bad ruler. Okay, it's 1.25. Sorry. We're going to cut this one more time. This is what happens. See, everybody has little mess-ups and challenges. All right, so let's score this in half at 4.25. Move that cutter blade out of the way. All right. And let's go back to the drawing board here with 1.25. Not quite. There we go. Let's go back this side. There we go. That's better. I was wondering why my paper wasn't there. Okay, so it's 1 1/4, not 1 1/2. Sorry. Good. So these are going to fit along here like so. And the measurements I'm going to give you all have that nice border around there. The same. And these pieces here are going to fit like this. Okay. This little white one is going to go down here. Straighten that out there. And then this one is the fun one. So let's go ahead and do our stamping, and then we'll do our assembly. And I promise you it is super quick and easy if you have the right measurements. So, all right. I've got the hello here, and let's go ahead and use this leafy looking stamp out of this one here. Okay. So because the berry burst is there, I'm going to stamp this in the Pretty Peacock. All right. I got to stick my head somewhat over this. There's the hello. Clear that off there. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the inside part here. Just going to do this one the opposite direction. That's going to be our inside. Sorry, gang. There is nothing I can do about this. I do not know what's happening. Grabbed an envelope. My phone keeps going to sleep, I think. And I did an update, or it did an update today, and I think it's causing some issues. So just bear with me here. Right. I got an envelope. There we go. Clean that off. Okay. We're done with the Pretty Peacock. Let's grab out the Berry Burst. And the reason why I'm getting this one here is we're going to do this text stamp here in that color. All right. And what I'm doing is just, you can see that there, stamping off of that. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the sides of this as well. Just so I can get some variated tone there. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and start assembling. So please, like I said, technical difficulties stuff, no matter what, I will be posting a blog post with the measurements on this particular card. Okay. So just bear with me. Let's go ahead and get these glued down. If you wanted to, you could turn this, the opposite way here. Or we could keep it all the flour. So. Ooh. So what happens when your glue's stuck? Yeah, I almost glued myself right now. Hang on. Just gonna move this around here. All right. If you wanted to do a tighter border, you could. This is just what I did because it was easier measurements on that. So that one's going to go there. Let's go ahead and do this one over here. That was a good lesson with the glue there to test your glue. So do that. So that one's going there. And I think on this one, I'm actually going to flip this over this time just to get a little bit of difference there. Now, the reason why we trimmed this down, this particular piece down a little bit, was so that we could have that little white piece with the hello down here. And this piece has the same border, so. Okay, so that's our piece there. Those are our top pieces. Let's go ahead and put the inside in, and then I will show you the magic with the top. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and fold that down and burnish it. All right. So we're going to start with the middle piece. And you just need to make sure that you've got that even border around there. And we do. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the part where you're going to do something a little different because we have this piece here and this piece needs to go on here before these two pieces do. Okay. When you're adhering this, you're only going to put glue on the corners behind here on this side and this side, not in the middle. Okay. So, like so. Don't go too far. That's about the amount I'm using here. Okay. And what you're going to do is line it up with the bottom of this piece here and make sure you've got the same amount of border around all the pieces, all the sides here. Okay. Hold that for a second. So see, this is how we're making that flip up piece. All right. Now let's go ahead and attach these side pieces here. And when you're putting these on, while you want to pay attention to, again, the borders, you want to make sure that you cover this bottom piece here, like so. All right, there we go. And we've got this one here. This one's going on this side. And there's our basic mechanics of this. So we've got this, which we'll finish here in a second. It flips up and you look at it like this. And then you've got a space to write in here. So there's that. Now, we do need to take the bottom portion of this and trim it down just a smidge, and it goes right underneath, out like on this one here. Okay. Just put this on here so it doesn't dry out. So again, this one here is 2.5. And it should be just the end. Yep. Okay, yes, because what I did was continued the pattern from this piece down here to this piece up here. So that's what we're going to do here. And the piece goes this way. And so all we have to do is trim off this right side just a smidge. Two and a half. Okay, I'm going to flip that. So we've got 2.5 here. Oh, come on, camera. Sorry, guys. Let's see. That has to be that update I did on my phone today, I swear. All right. So this piece is getting glued on here. And when you're gluing this piece, there is no top border like there is here on the bottom. There's no top because we want that picture to be continuous. Okay. There we go. Okay. The only thing that I pre-cut tonight was these pieces here. And I was going to see if this was going to work or if it was too flimsy, we could use this one again. So I think we are going to have to use this one again. Thank you, Coney. All right, here we go. This one just has a little bit more stuff to glue on the bottom there so that when we are doing that flap up there, you know, we've got a little bit more to work with, okay? So let's do this and then we'll play with some sequins and we'll be done. And again, if you missed any of this, even on the replay and stuff with the technical difficulties, I will be doing a blog post here with the measurements. I don't want to go too far up on that glue. So we're just going to go like so. Let's go ahead and get those fun little sequins out. And let's go with the pretty peacock ones. There are 2 different sizes on these. Just gonna put a couple of these on there. Maybe a couple more. One small one here. Why not? Okay. Ta-da! All right, so we have the 2 cards here. This one with the flipped in between. Go up like so. So I hope you'll give this a try, because it's a lot of fun and it is easy, minus the couple snags I have had with the camera issues, the phone issues and whatnot. And thank you for joining me. I'm going to go back to the other layout here. There we go. So no more camera issues. Thanks for hanging in with me. I hope it wasn't too terrible on your end. That happens sometimes. Phones nowadays do those automatic updates, and I have to think that it wasn't the internet, because this one was working fine. So anyways, there's your card for tonight. Hope you give it a try. If you do, share a picture when I post the picture. And this is the card a day in May for the 11th today as well. So I'm going to be posting a picture here in a minute. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next week. So take care until then. Bye-bye.